Okay, once again, many thanks for granting us this audience to your beautiful world, dear Charles.
Thank
You're
you.
everything beautiful, I must say. First question, beyond beautiful, your works are everything. How they carry every relatable message within, how they speak to the heart at a glance, all reflecting a deep thought process behind them. Can you please share some highlights on how you began your creative journey as a visual artist?
Actually, I've always been a very visual person. I love to look. I know that sounds very, very boring, yeah, but I really, really
Yeah,
love to
because
look.
I
I
noticed something. Anyway, go on.
when I was much younger, I used to like sit in class and just watch my classmates, and not just like just look at them, but truly watch them, study the shapes of their faces, how their bodies moved, how their faces moved, everything. It was so interesting to me, and I needed to capture that. So over time, I taught myself how to draw because where I grew up, being an artist wasn't so you know wanted or fancy or like it was this, I wouldn't say shameful, but it wasn't glorified. It wasn't, nobody wanted to be an artist. Artists were like, look at that guy. He's not smart. That's why he draws. So I needed to do that while not being the butt of jokes or anything. So I didn't go to art class. That's what I mean. I had to teach myself over time, slowly. And that was how it began, honestly. So just I found myself just continuing drawing people's faces over and over again, celebrities, my friends, this person, that person, faces that I found interesting, people I found interesting. So yeah, that was how it began. And I chose the pen because it's the most easily available material for me as a student back then when I was in like high school and stuff. It was just, it was a hobby that became a thing. And then when I grew up, it's just this thing that I always do. I don't know how to
Oh,
explain it.
yeah, I
I
could
hope that makes,
relate.
I hope that makes some sense. I don't know. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
feel like
I
I was
could,
rambling, but I hope that makes
yeah,
some sense.
I could literally relate to that as a visual artist myself growing up, though I chose to study mass communication for reasons known
I
to me.
see.
We'll talk about later off camera. I'll talk about that later off camera. The next
Okay.
question is, what would you consider to be the major influence of your works?
Um, Influence, you meaning other artists or
It could be other
background?
artists. Maybe something happened, you know?
Oh, okay. I think
Yeah.
one of the strongest influences that I would say affected
Yeah.
me personally was when I was in my GSS1 and I had a very nice teacher. She gave us
Um,
this practice. She put a cooler of food on the table and she was like, "Oh, you guys have to all draw this. Class draw this cooler." Everybody drew the cooler. I drew the cooler. But after we were done drawing the cooler, I realized my cooler looked like the cooler. Everybody else's cooler looked like blobs of shit. I'm sorry, I don't know if I should use
I
curse
can
words.
imagine.
But so when I handed in my cooler drawing to the teacher, she looked at it. She saw I looked at the cooler. Everybody was looking at it, and it was a moment I realized, oh wait, I can actually draw. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It was a eye-opening moment for me. I thought everybody thought the way I thought. I thought they could see the things I saw. They didn't even see the shadows. They didn't see the shades. They didn't see
To
it.
no graduation.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, like they could not observe to no graduation. That's what you meant, right?
Yes, 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 yes. They could not. They could not see it. The people that did something with some in the shadows and the shades did very, very bad jobs. But it was the moment. It was the moment that clarified it. Okay, you can draw. and you can see things that maybe your friends cannot see, maybe. And that was the moment I began to pay more attention to it, and slowly over time, the artist,
Yeah.
the artist.
Yeah, I could really tell because one major thing personally I know about visual art, painting, shading is taking notes of the highlights, the middle tone, dark tone, and all of that.
Yes, yes, yes.
However, the next question is, can you remember the first artwork you created and what inspired it? If that's the one you talked about previously, or maybe there's another one
Um,
that inspired.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. But that would be one of those influential drawings that honestly had a very big impact in my life. It changed the way I
Well,
saw
it could have
everything.
inspired you.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
would say that drawing a
Why
lot.
do I get the feeling you like food a lot?
Food?
Yes.
Oh, everybody loves food. You don't like food?
Yes. I do like food. Though. I do like food. Okay. Next
I thought
question.
it was a general thing. Everybody loves food. I haven't met a single
No,
person
I
who
don't like
doesn't
food.
like
I don't
food.
like. I don't like food though. The
Mm,
next question is: do you
okay.
have any special story behind using the ballpoint pen for your works?
Um, it was just the cheapest thing I could find, honestly. I know it sounds horrible, but the cheapest
No,
material I
trust me, it
could,
doesn't.
the cheapest
It
material I
doesn't.
could find
Trust
at the
me.
time was a pencil, but then pencils were really bad because they didn't give enough darkness to the drawings. So I
True.
switched to pen, and that was it. It was just the cheapest thing I could find to draw with. I couldn't afford oil painting, these oil paints and brushes and stuff. I couldn't afford it. So it was just my pen and my book that I was supposed to use in class. I would just sketch on that continuously until I found myself.
Oh, okay. Personally, for me, I think creativity. What makes creativity special is all about genuineness, and I see the simplicity and how creative you are because it's not a matter of having what you need, but making use of what you have at your disposal. And that
Yes.
brings me to asking, what does art mean to you? What does art mean to you as a person?
Art is life, art is spiritual, it's
Mm,
everything. It's the beginning. It's the narration of all human history and it's the calculations of all physics. Everything is art. Think about it. Everything, literally everything is art. The planet we live
well,
on is literally hanging at a very specific space and point in space, just far enough from the sun to get to sustain life. That's art. That's beauty. That's uniqueness. Art is everything. I am art. You are
well,
art. We are all art.
I
Art is
yeah,
spirituality.
true. Yeah.
Everything.
Okay. Permit me to say, your brain is beautiful. I won't just say your brain is
Thank
art
you.
because, yeah, I just like the way you think and how you express yourself. We're grateful to have you on board this special issue with a
Thank you
theme
very
that
much.
in celebration of inspiring, yeah, you're welcome. And celebration of inspiring men in the creative industry, also to mark the 2022 International Men's Day. We understand the growing need to build a culture where men can express emotions like shedding tears without fear of being looked down upon, that kind of thing. And the need to create space where men can be their most vulnerable selves with family and friends and without the fear of being seen as called a weakling. Do you have any personal related experience to this? Can you share any quick tips on what could help to normalize mental health related issues for both men and
Um,
women? Yeah.
I wouldn't say I've had any. I have had issues, personal
Okay.
issues, but they're not, you know, ready for the public yet. Let me put it that way. But
Well,
but what I can say is this though. Um, there are very, very few. people who understand the depth of the suffering that our generation is currently going through, especially
True.
young men and women between the ages of 23 and let's say 32. We are we're the ones before the phones became a thing who have to live on the phones and the internet and this new age and everything. We are depressed. We don't know what the future is. We cannot trust the past. We cannot trust what our parents told us. Oh, go to school, get an education. Well, that doesn't work anymore. Also, we don't understand newer generations. We don't understand TikTok. We don't understand what's funny anymore. We don't get the music. We literally don't know what we're doing. And people think we are the youth that's going to usher in this next generation of wonderfulness. We literally are the most confused generation. We have no idea what we're doing because we can't trust what the past told us and we don't know what the future holds for us. We're not even sure if there's going to be a future for us. Every single person I know over 25, less than 30 is very scared, very confused, and they literally don't know what they're going to do with their own lives. I'm one of them. So yeah, we need to find something, I don't know, find a way to talk about that. In our men, people are lost. Everybody's into scam, fraud, and shit now. Everybody's just lost. Nobody wants a deeper meaning to life because we all think, oh, there's nothing deeper to it. Let me just make some money and enjoy myself. There's no soul in when you look at when you look into their eyes, it's like you see these money making machines that have no souls. It's horrible. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm sorry.
You're truly a beauty. No, I don't know. I feel what you're saying. You know, when you said something about machines that have no souls, a picture just came, an abstract art or drawing just came to my mind. I don't know, maybe because of the movie I'm watching on Netflix, this is manifest. It just makes me think really, really far. And then you said something, machines that have no souls. You know, it just struck me like after this, I would really, really, really I don't know. Well, maybe we might have a conversation after the interview. The next question is from how it reflects your thoughts. Could you hear me? Can you
Yes,
hear
I
me?
can. Yes, perfectly.
Yeah. From how it reflects your thoughts and feelings during a past moment of extreme depression to how it serves as a form of self-therapy. Your project, The Dead Mind, Red Mind series says it all. What's the inspiration behind the title of this series?
Um, like I just said, the generation that I belong to, we are not okay. And I was using myself as a model for those drawings, for this series I'm working on because I don't I can only describe the feelings that I'm trying to describe using these words. We are
True.
our minds are dead a little bit. We've lost
Well,
passion. Everybody around me is extremely money aggressive with no thoughts to okay, what kind of life do you want? What do you want in life? They say they want money, but like let's talk something else. Let's leave money out of this equation. What do you want in life?
okay.
It's
Okay.
the minds are dead and the minds are red. They are extremely hungry. Everybody is hungry. Everybody is hateful. They see with red, they see through a red haze, if you want to put it that way. I'm trying
Wow.
to describe these emotions in a way that everybody can understand them because they will be able to see it on paper. This is how the mind of my generation, I think. I don't know if I'm getting this right, but the people I've spoken to, the people of my generation that I'm speaking to, this is what's going on with us. We feel like our minds are dead and we are just puppets in a money-making machine. We're in a society that doesn't care about the individual. It's like, what's the point? of everything. Dead. We're dead. Like, it feels like we're dead, but we're just moving through the motions. Go to school, get a job, get married, have kids, retire at 60, continue the same thing. Then where is the happiness? Where is the search for joy, search for purpose? Where is it? Where is the thing that gives life life? This is not life. This is walking death. This is what I'm trying to describe. That space between not knowing where you are and not knowing what's in the future, also not knowing even if what you were told is true. So yeah, it's a space, it's a blank dead space. And that's where our brains are. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
and you
I'm
see,
being too
no,
philosophical.
you speak your truth. You speak your truth. What would you think, before we go on to the next question, you say these things with so much intensity. Why do you think these things are the way they are? Why do you think people are the way they are? Don't you think a certain factor influences their behavior?
People are the way they are because, well, people are the way they are. At the end of the day, we're still people. Influenced by religion, influenced by governments, influenced by this, influenced by that, but still people. But
Yeah, but you can't entirely blame all of them or some part of them, of the
yeah,
people.
that's what. So none of it is to blame. It's people. We lost something disconnected in us at some point in time. And see, in our parents' generations, they didn't notice this disconnect. They truly believed going to school, doing this routine shit is gonna give them happiness. Oh, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna get a good job, I'm gonna get a good wife, I'm gonna get a good husband, I'm gonna have good kids, and I'm gonna be happy. But when we look at their generation, we see that it didn't work. They're not happy. That's why everything is fucked up. That's why the country is fucked up. That's why the world is burning right now. Because if they were happy, we should be happy too, right? Or we should have some sense of happiness, or at least know what's going to happen to our futures. We are
Oh,
Nigerians. We don't even know if there's going to be a country after the election is done. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. Yes, it's a different thing for us. Right now, a lot of my friends are running away from Nigeria. They're like, oh, what if there's riots and fights after the election is done? They're literally running away, going to the UK, going to Canada. They don't want to be here. They don't want to follow their parents' footsteps, but they don't know what's in the future either. This thing, I don't know how to explain it.
yeah,
We're,
yeah. I feel
we're
you. I feel
stuck.
you.
We're
I feel
stuck.
you.
We're stuck because we don't believe in the story, but we also don't know what to do. We don't believe what they
Yeah, I
told
feel
us,
you.
but we also don't know what to do. So we're stuck. Now everybody is looking for happiness in their own ways. The people
Yeah,
are
true. I
dancing on
think, and
TikTok. I'm doing my
yeah,
heart. You are interviewing me. Everybody's trying to find purpose somehow, some way, because we know what we've been told doesn't work.
hello.
Yeah, I'm
Are you there?
sorry. Does that answer your question, or did I go off the point
Yeah,
again?
you've answered my question extensively, and there are truths in what you say, and we just pray to God for the best out of every situation. Because I mean, being a Nigerian is a job on its own. And
Yes, yes,
the
it
next
is.
question is: the highs and lows is the second in this latest series, Deep Mind, Red Mind. Indeed, it has come to another thought-provoking art accompanied by deep words. Can you please share some highlights on this latest masterpiece?
Um, the highs and lows is like my, like I keep saying, all this is from people around my age, the lost ones.
Yeah,
No, I'm not talking to established people. I'm not talking to happy people. I'm talking to sad, depressed people who don't know what the fuck they're gonna do or what they're doing right now. Um,
yeah.
my that particular piece of art was the feeling of how do I describe this feeling? When
Feel
you
free.
when you ate how, I don't know, how depressing your life is, and you just want to like go far away, far away, to a place where everything is all bright and beautiful and all your worries are gone and nothing exists but you. In a world where, Earth is just a tiny dot. Yeah, that feeling is what I was trying to capture in that drawing. The feeling of just not running away, but going away, floating away, flying away, being so away from Earth that all the problems you have just look like dots, look like nothing. That's the feeling of that's the feeling I was trying to portray in that drawing, the highs and the lows, going away.
Paint.
Away from
Are you there? Hey Charles, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Did you get what I said?
Yeah. I didn't get the last part of what you said. That's why your voice went down.
Oh,
Okay. They really.
Charles, please can you come a bit closer?
If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, I was saying that. Can you please come a bit closer?
He said if you could come a bit closer, perhaps to your mic or your phone.
A picture for my son?
No, if you could come a bit closer. Your voice is going low.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe there's something going on. I don't know.
Yeah, sure, no problem. That happens. Like from what you said about what's happening, the highs and the lows of society today, a lot of things are not the way they should be. And I said, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Do you feel creative in developed countries are advantaged than those in developing countries?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, of course. That's I'm sorry, but I'm gonna use myself as an example, right? In a developed country, I would have been.
You said?
I said yes, definitely. They have a much, much more advantageous situation than we do in Nigeria. I can hear you. Like using myself as an example. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, I can hear you. Go on, Charles.
Yes. I had to use the pen, the ballpoint pen, because I literally could not afford anything else. That wouldn't be the case in a developed country. Also, the mindset Nigerians had towards art when I was growing up was art class was for the dumb ones. Well, in art class, you have to be dumb. Why aren't you in science class? Why aren't you in commercial class? These things, I don't think they will impact us in a developed world, in a developed country. So yeah, they are huge gap. But scholarship opportunities for book fairs, opportunities for just having a normal life that even enables you to create art. Those factors are more than enough to create a very large gap between the two.
Okay, that's on to the next question. Balancing work time and rest time is a struggle for many creatives. Please share a few tips on how you try to balance work time, rest time, and family time. I mean, I could get something out of it. I could learn one or two from you.
Oh, I don't have time management. I am not okay. This question is one I will be getting a 0 on this if this was an exam, because this is the part I don't. I don't
think it's normal for creatives.
I just draw for hours until I'm tired. Then I go away. Then I do it again. I don't time it. I don't check for. It's my priorities. At this point in time, I have nothing else. It's my life. I just draw all the time.
Oh, that's nice. I like the fact that you do things when you have the strength to do it. Because one thing about painting, you just do it when you really, really feel that should
Yeah.
I say that atmosphere, that conducive atmosphere to
Uh,
do it. That's when you give the best out of
yes,
what you want to do.
yes,
Yeah. So
early in the morning,
yeah,
late
so,
in the evenings, just
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So what does are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What does success mean to you as a person, as a creative? What does success mean to you?
Success would be acknowledgement from the world.
Well,
This success to me would just be everybody in the world seeing my art. That's success. That's all. That's all I want. I want the world to see what I can
no,
do.
I feel you. Yeah, I feel you
What?
because I say I feel you because you're painting and drawing is for people to see and appreciate. And if they like what you do, I mean, that's fulfilling and that's enough to
Oh,
be
not,
something
not, not,
concrete.
oh, not for that reason. Not really. Not
I
just for
thought that
them
was
to
what
see
you
it and
mean.
appreciate.
Yeah,
It's
thanks
for
for
my,
clarification.
it's for the lost ones in society. I'm the, how do I put this? I want the whole world to see this so that the ones whose feelings match these emotions that I'm trying to capture, maybe they can recognize it and know they are not the only ones who feel this way. Because when I was feeling this way, I felt like I was the only one in the world. And I don't
Okay.
want anybody else to ever feel that way. So when I draw or I paint these things, especially this current series I'm working on, it's
Yeah.
literally a piece of tiny star in a sea of stars that's telling people who feel this way, if they can get the message, that they're not alone. They are not the only ones who are depressed. There are others who feel these same things. There are others who think these same thoughts, who feel this same feeling of nothing and everything.
Yeah. So people's utility of your work is what success means to you, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Well, that's lovely. Our next question is your work Irawo. Pardon if I do not pronounce that correctly, or you could
It's
correct me.
Irawo.
Irawo. Okay, your
Irawo,
work Irawo.
like the
Yeah,
stars. I'm a
yeah,
Yoruba man.
Irawo. Yeah. I'm not Yoruba. Sorry. Your work Irawo beautifully represents a woman who glows inside out. Please share more inspiration behind the work because I saw this painting. I'm like, guy. So just share us some inspiration behind the work.
Actually, I drew this after I was on Twitter. Yeah, I was on Twitter and I was seeing some of these people, being mean to some Sudanese lady. She had very dark skin. Her skin was so dark, it was almost purple.
Wow.
So I was like, so people were like, some people were making fun of her. Some people were like, wow, that's such amazing skin. Irawo is kind of like I don't know, a tribute to people who are dark skinned. Because I know we in Nigeria we make fun of people too. We don't exactly appreciate dark skinned people. Everybody is bleaching their skins, trying to become lighter. Not, nobody wants to become darker. Irawo is for those who are so dark. The sun, the moon reflects in their skins.
Oh,
It's a different kind of beauty. When you look at it from the artistic perspective, it takes a different kind of dark to glow, and they glow. The melanin in their skins is so amazing, they literally shine. And people make fun
okay.
of it because oh, you're too dark.
Okay. Okay, Charles. Charles, are you there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm there.
Yeah, it was really lovely having this conversation with you because honestly, I feel you deeper than what you're expressing. You're like a book I have to read,
Thank
an
you.
abstract I have to, an artwork I have to like critique, and then other people have their own opinions, but time would not permit us to have all of that conversation. I would be calling on my teammate Mario to continue with the interview with you. It was really
Oh, okay.
lovely having you talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Mario, are you
Thank you
there?
so much.
Charles, my namesake.
Really?
Charles, I actually have my name as Charles though. Even though I'm not
That's
very
nice.
popular, one of my names somewhere is Charles. Somewhere along the line.
I see. I see.
All right, Charles.
Well, you're married.
All right. So, Charles, could you tell us something we don't know about you? Something that is not known by anyone, something private, so not necessarily private, something that is off the notes.
I don't know. Because I'm just an artist. That's what I can say. I don't know. I don't know what people don't know about me. Okay, well, I think people already know this because my Instagram is full of it. But I love my hair. I love my hair. I love to braid it. I love to color it. I love to do all sorts of crazy shit with it. Because I
wish we could see you now.
What?
I wish you could see you now, so we'll see your hair.
I know. It's red colored right now. It's braids. It's a bunch of crazy shit. I just like to play because I feel we literally have something growing out of our heads that we have the ultimate means of self-expression, and people choose to be boring with it. Why? Like it's the only thing we have that
if I may ask.
free. It doesn't do anything. It just comes, and people choose to like cut it off and make it look boring on purpose. No. I want people to look at mine. I want it to be the center of attention. It's air. It's amazing. Let's celebrate it. I try to.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so aside your hair, what else would you think is what I call it now, your fantasy or something, maybe something you would look forward to doing that is still on your bucket list, something you want to do, something crazy, something spontaneous.
I got a tattoo machine a while back. I am planning on tattooing most of my skin myself.
Tattooing.
How I somebody to do it for me. So yeah, that one is what I'm planning to do. I have the machine already. I'm still working on the designs.
Interesting. Okay, that's quite interesting. All right, Charles. So if you would have loved to do a collab with an artist, who would that be and why?
Collaboration.
A visual artist.
There's like two people I might want to collaborate with. I know them from Instagram. I don't know them personally. One of them is Ebi Ehilita. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's an amazing pen artist too. He does really good work. His work is very insightful. He's very deep. He draws his inspiration from Basquiat, so it's different kind of art from mine, but it's a kind of art that I wish I could do. It's more abstract than mine. Mine is more symbolic, symbolic, and I don't know how to explain my art honestly, but I know mine is more symbolism and his is more abstract, chaotic in a way.
That'll be a blend then.
Yeah. So, but he also uses pens and he does really amazing work. Another person would be maybe like there's another guy on Instagram. He does very good work. For Hyde Odin, I think that's his name. He used to work with pen, but they switched to digital now. But his works are very. You need to experience them and see because it's hard to describe. I appreciate people who don't just draw what they see, who draw what could be or what has been. It's yeah. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah.
You're making a lot of sense. So trust me, I'm actually feeling what you're saying. I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
It's just what you just see.
The thing. Yes. The people I'm talking about. They create
something.
imagery.
I understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Yes.
Nice, Charles. My namesake. So you're both King Charleses, though.
But they can only be one king, bro. They can only be one king. You know that, right? Do we have to like fight this out, or how do we settle this?
No, we have to go for sparring on horses. So
Yeah,
that
like I
takes
said, we have to fight it out.
one.
We have to fight it
Yeah.
out with those swords that they use.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
You can't have two kings in a kingdom. It's not possible. You
Yes,
have to have
of course,
one king.
of course. It's not done.
Exactly. All right, Charles. I assume you love colors because you're a visual artist and you
Yeah.
throw colors around,
Of course.
right?
Yes, of course. Of course I do.
So if I should ask you to make a choice of one color, maybe in the rainbow or just some color you see, what color would you choose and why?
Black. The color is always black.
Okay. Black is beautiful.
Black. It's black. Black is the queen. She's I don't know, queen, king, whatever you want to call it. It's all colors and it's no color. It's the beginning and the end of all colors. It's black.
Yeah.
You can find everything in black.
Yeah.
It's black. All the colors are in there. You just have to look.
Interesting. That's a new perspective. Okay, well, I get what you mean though. It's a very strong color that supports everything because you can wear anything in black, including
Yes, it's black.
Yeah, black is a very strong color. Yeah. Wow. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
black is my favorite color.
It's it's been very awesome having you, Charles.
Thank you very much.
I really